Former President UHURU Kenyatta over the weekend criticized President William Ruto's leadership style, saying if you're looking at the rear view, you'll drive us to a ditch, forcing Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, son of Mau Mau, to come out today and defend his boss. Welcome to Jadal Kabiro Unfiltered. My name is Jadal Kabiro. Here we talk about what is happening in the country, news headlines that matter. And by the way, thank you so much for your continuous support. Thank you for the comments and for watching the programs that we have on this particular channel. Now, speaking on Saturday, ex-President UHURU Kenyatta, while attending the memorial service of Mama Lucy Wanjiru, who was the former Kipiriri MP Amos Kimunye's wife at Fort Hill School in Nyandarua, UHURU said leaders who focus on the past will not take the country anywhere. Watch this.
Kiongozi wa maana anashika steering wheel, anaangalia mbele. Sio kila saa kuangalia rear view ati ametoka wapi. Unaangalia mbele. Ukiwa mtu wa kuendesha ukiangalia rear view mirror, wewe ni mtu wa kupeleka gari katika yone akuigira mutaro. Ageko ni murenda gutongoria bururi. Rorai mbere mumenye kuria muratwara andu. Mwatida haha na juko na igenyo na maundu matari kuria mariri. Hakuna pahali mnaenda. Hakuna pahali mnapeleka nchi. Nchi inataka viongozi ambao wako na maono ya mbele. Kwa sababu hiyo ndio itakuwa ya manufaa kutatua shida zile wa Kenya wako nazo.
You can see there that President UHURU Kenyatta is still pissed after they raided his family house. They went and raided his son's house, trying to find some guns. And you can see from the body language from his face, he looks exhausted. He looks like, why are these people getting me? He says you cannot focus on the rear view if you want to drive ahead. He says, look, it is time for the country to have some good leadership style approach from the president to the deputy president. And he says, if you're going this way, tutaanguka kwa mtaro. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua goes on today while they are in retreat in Naivasha and says, look, President William Ruto, continue focusing on the rear view. There are people, there are Kenyans behind there that you must bring together with you. Usiache mtu nyuma. Watch this.
I had somebody saying that you should not look at the rear mirror. I want to encourage you to continue looking at the rear mirror, because the inventor of the motor vehicle was not mad by putting the rear mirror. In your leadership, Your Excellency, you have made it very clear that no Kenyan should be left behind. So you must continuously continue looking at the rear mirror to make sure that all Kenyans are on board and they are not left behind. Again, Your Excellency, there are also people who would want to derail your vehicle. There are those who like to puncture the rear wheels. There are those who like to remove goods from your pickup behind. You must continuously look at the rear mirror and the side mirrors so that anybody who may want to derail your vehicle, you are ahead.
And that's Gachagua responding to President UHURU Kenyatta during a joint national executive retreat and parliamentary group consultative meeting in Naivasha. He's subtle this time round. We can imagine that is Gachagua. He's nice. He's addressing the former president as a former president, as a once leader of this republic. Gachagua has changed tune. Why? Maybe he has realized that for you to get the keys of Mount Kenya, you need UHURU's backing. The first time we've seen Gachagua speaking this way, more civilized.
And again, Your Excellency, your pace is too fast for those of us who help you, myself and these cabinet secretaries. Sometimes you are too fast, you leave us behind. So continue looking. So when you find your deputy is being left behind, you urge him to come to catch up with you and the rest to catch up with you so that this country can move forward.
Quite subtle of Gachagua, don't you think? We expect a more aggressive defender of the president this time around, talking to the former president as once a leader of this republic goes ahead and says, look, William Ruto, continue focusing, bring all Kenyans together. And we can tell that Gachagua has changed tune when it comes to dealing with UHURU Kenyatta. Actually, on Saturday, while UHURU was attending the same memorial, Gachagua came in a bit late and addressed UHURU in a more civil way, saying, look, UHURU is our leader and we respect him. Why is he changing tune? Watch this first.
Former boss and my older brother, President UHURU Kenyatta. In fact, when I was told he was here, I was very excited. But the funeral took a bit longer, but I'm told he had to leave for some other function. I wanted to come and greet him because I've not seen him for a while and tell him it is well. And tell him it is well. He is our son. He's our brother. We had some little disagreement. It is over. Elections are over. There's a new government. And he's our leader. And I knew Nyoba Narika Kagate. But I just get them with the
What has changed with Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is subtle now. He's speaking nicely, smoothly, defending William Ruto while talking to UHURU Kenyatta well. He has realized that he's not the kingpin of Mount Kenya. He has realized that he cannot get the kingpinship without UHURU support. Leaders in Kenya Kwanza actually want him out of the DP's position now. Not in 2027, they want Ndindi Nyoro there now. And you know, he thought that he could do this on his own. He thought that he could make these people follow him on his own without UHURU's influence. And that's why he was bashing UHURU. That's why he was speaking all manner of things to the president. But now he can see things clearly. He knows that he doesn't have the votes. Actually, the votes in 2022 that President William Ruto got from Mount Kenya, it's Ruto who came with them. Gachagua didn't bring anything. And if he inherits UHURU's support, he can have the bargaining card that he needs for 2027.
Myself, I stayed with President Uhuru Kenyatta for 18 years as his PA, as his confidant, as his defender. The years we stayed together as friends are 17. The ones we disagreed are 2. So, is there a problem?
So something as big as Uhuru Kenyatta coming out and saying that Ruto is focusing on the rear view, Gachagua cannot openly, aggressively attack as he used to. The son of Mau Mau is now taming his mouth because he has realized politics is more than what he used to do as a DC. Politics is different. Yes, he has been a member of parliament, but now getting the whole Mount Kenya region to support him will be tricky. Listen to Jeremiah Kioni, SG Jubilee, denying access to Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua when he looked for a way to shake Uhuru's hand.
Uhuru hana haja ya kuongea. Hakuna haja gani ya kuongea? Yeye aliongoza Kenya, amemaliza, ameondoka.
Mazungumzo suluhisha mambo mengi.
Ngoja kitu, wewe ngoja, hata kama wewe pia uko na hiyo akili shauri yako. Naam. Wewe huko umechukua kiti kwa ile njia ulichukua. Kama ulipitia kwa mlango ama kwa dirisha, wewe ndio umekalia. Endesha na staili yako. Hapana enda kutafuta watu. Kama hapo beleni umetukana watu miaka gapi? Umetukana watu tangu 2017. Mdomo tu ilikuwa ni kupada begu ya chuki. Mpaka mwichoe mmetembea hapa Northland mweiba kodoo. Mkasema mtaenda kukojoa pale Ichaweri kwa gate. Mtaenda mtoe suruali mkojoe hapo na mjisaidie. Unaenda kumweka mpaka buduki kwa kijana Jomo nyumbani ya former president. Unachukua security ya Mama Gina. Unafanya ngoja kidogo. Wewe ndio umeuliza. Umechukua security ya Mama Gina, umechukua security ya former president mwenyewe. Ambaye anatabulika Afrika mzima. Alafu unakuja kwa TV kusema unataka kuongea naye, hata kuja hapa ni kumkosea heshima.
Access denied. Now the deputy president has to talk to the president, former president, in a subtle way, in a nice way, because he needs to inherit his votes, he needs to inherit his bloc. Ruto's votes cannot go to him automatically. Uhuru's votes cannot go to him automatically. So Gachagua is in a dilemma. And the dilemma is what to do with Uhuru Kenyatta. Because Uhuru is openly criticizing William Ruto. And the former president is showing his disgust in the leadership of the president now. But that relationship for me is a little bit confusing because we don't really know the relationship between Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto. On one hand, you're in the peace envoy. On the other, they're raiding your son's home. On one hand, you're saying you want to quit politics. On the other, you're saying, look, these guys are focusing on the rear view.
I have asked my elder brother, President Uhuru Kenyatta, who has done commendable engagement with those regions, and he has graciously agreed to continue chairing those discussions on behalf of the people of Kenya. I have committed that the government of Kenya, and myself in particular, will support those initiatives that will be chaired by President Uhuru Kenyatta. And I want to thank you, Your Excellency, for graciously agreeing to support us and to help me in those interventions.
You see, Gachagua, this game for you will be a little bit difficult to understand. For us too, the relationship between President Uhuru Kenyatta and President William Ruto, the former and the current. Because we have to deal with what Babu Wino has been telling us, a long con. And this is why I say only time will tell whether we'll get to know the nitty-gritties, the details of the conversation they had before 2022 and how Ruto became president. But for you, Gachagua, focus on being this subtle, nice, smooth guy. Because you need to be a smooth operator when it comes to dealing with Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto. You have to defend your boss, not as aggressive as you used to, but you do not want to upset the king of Mount Kenya. You said Ruto is our king, but the king of Mount Kenya is really Uhuru Kenyatta. Play smoothly. The relationship that they have, you don't really know. These are some things that no one really knows. They are the only two people that know. Continue being the smooth operator that you are. Play nicely, talk smoothly while defending. Rakim, my cameraman, says, attack ukidefend. Because you don't know how who Uhuru will endorse in 2027. And as you wanted to meet him, maybe continue trying to meet him. And he can actually hand over those keys for Mount Kenya region, and you will actually go on the bargaining table with some numbers. For KK administration, listen to Uhuru Kenyatta. He has been a leader. You cannot fully dismiss him. Don't focus on the rear view. Focus on the front. He has already led. He has already left. And I also agree with Rigathi Gachagua that usiache mtu nyuma. That's why there's a rear view too. Yeah? He says that they were not mad when they created the rear view in a vehicle. So usiache mtu nyuma, angalia how the past has been, but also focus on the future. You cannot dwell on one thing. Thank you for tuning in to Jedel Kabero Unfiltered. My name is Jedel Kabero. Tell me what you think. Is KK's administration leading us to Amtaro, as Uhuru says? You can leave a comment down below. Share this video with as many people as possible so that we can continue to have these meaningful conversations, of course, to build this country. Have yourself a lovely rest of your day.